How's it going, guys? I am Chris and welcome to TardisTalk. Before we get into the main topic of the video, I will say that I do go off on tangents, so I start talking about stuff that isn't relevant, but I'm going to try and get through a whole video and get my point across. In today's video, I want to be talking about Series 11 and what I want to see from Series 11. I've stayed away from any spoilers. I mean, I know the basics. I know there's going to be new titles, new Sonic Screwdriver. Obviously, I know she's the woman now, and I know the fact that she's got a new outfit, and I know about all the companions and all that. And I also know about the structure change as well. Like, you know, there's going to be 10 episodes instead of 12 or 13. And in fact, there's going to be 4 episodes shot in the present day. We're going to have 3 from the past and 3 from the future as well. Right, let's talk about the villains to start with. Obviously, the Daleks are obviously going to be in there because obviously before Doctor Who got relaunched, a deal was signed, and basically the Daleks have to feature in Doctor Who every year that it's on, sort of thing. But for the first 5 years, they kind of overdid it. I mean, there was like they made the Daleks a massive thing in every series, more or less. Like for the first 5 series, there are like in each series there's a 2-part Dalek story, to be honest. So, but back then I kind of feel that was alright because they did the Daleks well. Back then, you know, the Daleks were actually some sort of a threat. Like, you know, Eccleston back in that little prison in episode 5 of the first series, episode 6, I mean, and you can see that the fear on his eyes, like, that he's trapped in a room with a Dalek. He thinks he's going to get killed. But when you move over to series 9, Peter Capaldi's Doctor is just like just he's taking the mick out of the Daleks. He's taken Davros's chair and he's like, anyone for Dodgems. And by the way, not going to lie, I love Capaldi so much. He's a brilliant doctor, brilliant actor. But the delivery of that line, and whoever decided that he should have that line, should be shot. Because it didn't work, to be honest. I didn't think it was funny. I think it was more cringe than anything, to be honest. I mean, yeah, just talking about that. This might be Series 11, but I want to talk about the Daleks to start with and how they're going to fit into Series 11. So, but for Series 9... the Daleks were just comic relief, just like the Sontarans have become, and the Slovene. Like the Sontarans, I would love, but for Series 11, I would love the Sontarans to make a return, but an impactful one. I do not like the way that they've just been just put on the shelf. Like comic relief, you got Strax. I mean, Strax is brilliant. He's a great character. He's funny, but like they recycled all his lines because that's when it starts to get boring. Like they keep giving him the same sort of jokes over and over again, which like eventually just like. It just wears off. It's not as very funny. Not very funny as it was to start with. And the fact, yeah, but if they bring the Sontarans back, what I would like them to remodel them completely. Maybe make them a little bit taller. I don't know. I mean, they're supposed to be short. The original ones are short, but just get rid of the Russell T costume. Like with most villains, they seem to just go back to the like whatever costume they got. Oh yeah, we'll just roll with that. You know, can't afford to make a new one. I mean, they've got like they should have a bigger budget nowadays as well. But I mean, it's like they still roll with the Russell T era costumes. I mean, like the Cybermen, they've been upgraded. So why can't you upgrade the Sontarans? Because they need to have a new look if you want them to be a bit of a more substantial villain. But yeah, with Series 11, I would love like the main sort of like arc maybe to like lead up to. Imagine a Sontaran finale, like a 2-part Sontaran finale, like just to make him a bit more, just make him relevant again. Same with the Daleks. If you're gonna bring the Daleks in, do it in a good way, because yeah, since like Series 5, there hasn't been a really good Dalek episode in my opinion, not a brilliant one. But as I mean, there's moments in like Series 7 and Series 9 which I like, but it's just on the whole, no, there hasn't really been a good one or a good like Dalek story since I say Series 4. Journey's End. Obviously, in Series 5, the Pandorica 2-parter isn't actually a Dalek story, is it? It's just there's a Dalek in it, but it's not based around a Dalek, so you can't really count that one. But I mean, yeah, it's just been a while since we've seen anything like that, so they really need to sort out their villains. As with Series 11, I think we need a break from the Master, because to be honest, they brought Missy back way too much, like in Capaldi's era. She was there like in and out Series 8. Like, as soon as they supposedly killed her off, 2 episodes later they bring her back, and then it's just no. If they didn't have her in Series 9 and then brought her back in Series 10, Series 10 would have had a lot more of an impact, or at least to me anyway. So they just no Master for Series 11, no Master. Just leave the Master out. Or I mean, you could like to bring in like another villain, like another old Time Lord. That would be nice. Try and like get creative or something, like writers of the show. Maybe a Time Lord that isn't even like known. I imagine a different Time Lord that actually escaped the Time War. Who knows? Imagine that. Just like, I mean, we need a mystery. We need some sort of mystery, like a really like, oh my god, what is that? Like, not like the generic story, like, or what's in the vault, or what's the bad wolf? Like something good for once. Like, I mean, they were good. They were good, but I think we need something a bit more exciting nowadays. Something to like completely liven up the show. Yeah, but with Series 1, there was like a big, dark secret that obviously we don't find out until years later. The whole Time War situation, because Eccleston's Doctor is like suffering with like just heartbreak because his people have been destroyed in this war between his people and the Daleks. There's so much mystery behind it because you don't, like in the first series you don't get to really see, you don't really see any of that. You just hear the Doctor talking about it. That's all you get, which is. I think it works so well, but yeah, I think we need something like that in Series 11. Right, this is something which I doubt will happen. You know, obviously the end of the Once Upon a Time, Jodie Whittaker's Doctor's falling out of the TARDIS, and obviously the TARDIS just like disappears, doesn't it? She's falling out to Earth with no TARDIS, no nothing. And I would personally like, it won't happen, but maybe a series where it's a bit more Earthbound. I mean, obviously Earth is usually the go-to place, but I think it'll make a different sort of dynamic if we don't see the TARDIS reveal in the first episode back. I don't know how you guys would feel about that, but back in the 70s, we had obviously John Pertwee, and his like first series like was actually all based on the ground in the on Earth because his TARDIS wasn't working. He was like sentenced to like. He broke some laws, so he had to like remain on the Earth, like doing stuff there. He had like a car to get around, like a different like mode of transport, and I think that would be pretty cool having something like a bit different, maybe. Because I mean, obviously, if we're gonna have like past, present, and future episodes, obviously she's clearly gonna have a TARDIS, but I would just like to see it like the dynamic done in a completely different and new way, perhaps like. Maybe you don't find like imagine not getting a TARDIS until like a couple episodes in. You know, it'd be pretty cool. I think it'd be different. And one more thing that I really want to, and one more thing that I really do not want to see again, because it's happened like every series of Doctor Who or most series, is when you kill off a companion, keep them dead. Because you get Rose, she gets trapped on a parallel universe. 2 series later, she's back and like. The ending that she got, the amazing, beautiful ending she got on the beach, this is just like blown out of the water because you get bloody, like she gets what she wants in the end. She gets like her own like version of the Doctor to live with her forever. I mean, Martha wasn't so bad. I mean, they got actually no, yeah, was it bad or not? Oh, she left and then she came back in the series. Donna was a bit fan service to be honest. I mean, like they wiped her memory and then brought her back in the like Tennant's finale. The only one that I personally really liked that they brought back. Because it wasn't too in your face. I loved it actually. It was a bit more like an hallucination. Was Amy. Because obviously Amy and Rory's send-off was beautiful. It was so moving as well. And the fact that obviously when the Doctor was regenerating he sees it. That was amazing. I love that. But for now guys, I am going to be getting going. I really hope you enjoyed this. If you want to see some more Doctor Who content, I don't know when. Because as you can see by the uploads on this channel, yes, it might be the last video in like months or something. But anyway, I really hope you enjoyed it. I have been Chris, as always. Make sure to drop a like, subscribe if you are new, and I will see you sometime soon. Bye. Peace.